God forbid I get, hit by a bus and I can't come to work, something happens to me and I passed away. My husband is also a licensed financial advisor, so he potentially would take over my business. Keep in mind, I do have a 4-year-old, so if something happened to me, it would be obviously quite a big life event. So I'm not sure if my husband would take over my business, but he would be the first one that would be in line to take over the business. I do have an assistant that has worked for me for 15 years, and I actually have it built, it's written right in my will that if something happens to me, she is to be paid for a year so that my business can transition. So whether it transition to my husband Terry or to another advisor. I work as a broker and I'm contracted with over 20 companies across Canada, and just in the Windsor, Essex County area, there I would imagine be at least 2 or 3 dozen advisors that are licensed with the same companies that I am. So if Terry didn't take over the business, somebody else would purchase my business, and it would be up to the client if they wanted to deal with that advisor, or they could look at other alternatives. So that's the first thing. And why I put that right into my will, as an advisor, I'm working with you, planning with you. It's only fair that I have my succession plan laid out. So God forbid I die, something happens, that's the first thing. If I were to become disabled, it would depend how incapacitated I was, whether or not I would continue to run my business. Again, same process. My husband Terry could take over the business. Another advisor in the city could as well too. I guess the other alternative, if I happen to win, Lotto Max and win $50 million and I hit the lottery, I don't know. I'm an honest person. I probably would retire, but I wouldn't just say, see you later, I'm heading to the Cayman Islands or something. I would still transition my business over to somebody else. So in terms of a succession plan, I do have a written succession plan. I'm in my early 40s, so I do plan on working for the next at least 10 years, I would say. As I approach retirement, then transitioning my business over to somebody else to take over is something that I would share with my clients at that point. It's not really in the immediate future, so not something that I've really put a whole lot of thought and planning into right now, but more so it's the God forbid I died or something catastrophic happened to me and I was unable to work. That has all been taken care of. And hey, if I win the 649, then I'll probably send plane tickets and have my clients come join me for a big old party wherever I do end up. So hopefully that gives you some peace of mind knowing that I've done the proper planning. Any questions, feel free to get in touch with me.